I've known my best friend for 7 years, and the story of how we met is pretty wacky. Most people meet their best friends at school, or through a mutual friend, or at a social event where they just click. Yeah, well, mine threatened my fucking life. Stay tuned to find out how on this week's installment of Is That My Friend or a Goddamn Serial Killer? It was a dark and stormy, mostly sunny day, and I had started my very own roly-poly farm. And by roly-poly farm, I mean I stuck a bunch of isopods into a jar without air holes or food or literally any kind of stimulation. So it was more of a roly-poly execution chamber, but that's beside the point. My sister was wanting her very own roly-poly graveyard, so I went outside to start flipping the rocks that held down the trees in our front yard. This little girl with a fuck-ass bob cut strolls up to me, introduces herself as Molly, and asks to join me. At this point in my life, I hadn't developed crippling social anxiety, so I was like, sure Dora, start flipping these rocks that literally hold down our trees and throw whatever bugs you find into this jar. Okay! We didn't find a ton of roly-polies in my yard, so we decided to walk around the neighborhood and flip the rocks in my neighbor's yards instead. No, we did not put the rocks back, I'm sorry old lady down the street. Sometime during our roly-poly hunt, I randomly tell Molly, who I've never spoken to prior to this, that my sister hates you. Why? I don't know, just cuz. I just fucking made that up, by the way. My sister was unaware of Molly's existence. She just wanted some roly-polies, but I wanted drama. Unfortunately, this backfired for me because Molly decided that since my sister hated her, it must run in our genes and that I hated her too. So the next time I came across Molly, she tells me that my daddy is gonna shoot you when he gets back from his hunting trip. And that scared the ever-loving shit out of me. I thought her dad had it out for me. I was convinced I was going to wake up one night to a rifle pointed at my face and Molly's dad staring down at me. I didn't tell my parents yet because I was scared Molly's dad would find out and finish the job faster. And also maybe slightly because I didn't want to get caught for lying about my sister's supposed hatred towards Molly. I did everything in my power to avoid that crazy girl and her crazy family, and it worked for a while. That was until I ran into Molly again at a mutual friend's house. When I tell you I've never been so scared of a 4-foot third grader with a botched bob cut, as soon as I set foot in my friend's house, Molly is screaming from the catwalk, "I'm gonna stab you with the needle I have in my pocket!" And I believed her, because she was practically foaming at the mouth and running around on all fours. I thought she had rabies. I was convinced I was going to die in that house, but I managed to keep my cool and play nice with Molly and the needle she supposedly had in her pocket. Not that I had much of a choice. But by the time I got home, I was a mess. I sobbed to my parents that Molly and her father were plotting to kill me, and they were unsurprisingly not happy about that. Turns out parents don't typically like the idea of a grown man hunting their child for sport, but I don't know. Maybe mine are just weird like that. My dad ended up talking to Molly's dad, who was actually not plotting to shoot me like a buck and turn me into jerky, to my surprise. Turns out Molly had lied, which was messed up. I would never lie about anything. We were forced to make up, which was excruciatingly awkward, but then Molly said the nicest thing ever. "I like your glasses." I had granny glasses. Big-ass frames with a floral pattern, but I loved them, and Molly loved them. So that meant we had to be best friends. It was the law. In conclusion, never judge a book by its first chapter, because a thread could blossom into a lifelong friendship. Wait, no, definitely don't befriend people who threaten you. Hi, sorry for disappearing off the face of the earth for a while, and I'm also sorry for not doing the video you guys wanted to see. I listen to nobody. I do whatever the fuck I want, so, I don't know, deal with it. Just kidding, I'm very thankful for all of you, and I thank you for watching this all the way through if you made it this far, and I hope to see you again sometime this year, if I feel like it. This is a very late side note, but Molly wanted me to add that she no longer has that haircut. She thought it important that you guys know, so do what you will with that information, and goodbye.